Hi, Tiger Nation. How we doing? I'm sure you're like me, but I'm getting excited for July 6th. All right. I've been looking forward to that day for a long time. I missed watching you guys work and participate and compete. All right. That is a passion of mine. I know it's a passion of yours. However, in order for us to do that, we need to do it together, which I don't think is a problem because I think everybody has bought into the we is greater than the me. All right. For us to open school in fall, to have sports season in fall, we need to do it together. All right. We need to do this July as safely and as healthy as possible. So, yeah, we are going to have some new guidelines and some restrictions. Are they going to be different than normal? Yes, they are. However, this is the new normal. Until we find a cure for COVID-19 or some therapeutic methods on how we can treat people who are severely sick, this is going to be the new normal. With that being said, we created a document for you on how we're going to reopen the school district facilities. I'm just going to kind of go through some of the highlights and the main things, all right, for you to focus on in July. All right, please, after you get done watching this video, go through this, fine tune. You don't have to read all of it. I have every sport specific. I know everybody doesn't play every sport, but you can kind of look at that and how your contact days will appear. Here's going to be the different information covered. Our COVID-19 disclosure statement, risks, symptoms, how we're going to protect ourselves. All right, how we're going to monitor COVID-19 symptoms. This is very important, and this is going to be a change. In order to participate in any activity on school grounds in July, students, coaches, and staff members are going to need to complete a COVID-19 screening questionnaire. You will find this link on the district webpage. You can find it in the Google Sheet that you're going to have right here. I'm also going to have your coaches email it out to you as well. So hopefully you can find it pretty easily. What it looks like. All right, it starts with our COVID-19 disclosure statement. You're going to put your name, all right, what grade, or if you're a coach. Then you're going to check all the activities that you're going to participate on campus during that day. All right, you don't have to do this multiple times. You just have to do it once per day. So for instance, say you're going to have dance practice, volleyball, and strength and conditioning class. You can click all three of those. All right, you're going to click on date. If you click the little calendar, I think that's easiest. All right, because you're going to fill this out each time that you come to the school district. So you're going to go this multiple times. Then you're going to read our questionnaire, our different questions about the symptoms of COVID-19. If you answer no to all of these, all right, you can click no, submit, and then you can get to practice. All right, you can go to your workout. If you answer yes to any of these, all right, you can't come to the school district. You need to stay home, quarantine yourself, and call your health providers. All right, so it's pretty simple. I don't think this is going to take too long. It'll take about 2 minutes, and you got to do it an hour before your workout comes because I need to check off everybody that comes there. I am telling coaches it is mandatory. All right, if a player does not fill this out and shows up, they can't work out. They can't stay. They got to go home immediately. So let's please fill these out. So we'll get back to this. All right, here's a questionnaire. Symptoms in case you contact somebody. Here are the couple things that we have. Health and safety. Remember, practices and workouts are voluntary. Students will not be mandated to participate, and there will not be any penalty for non-participation. Please, if you do not feel comfortable, stay home. All right, we already talked about the COVID-19 screening questionnaire. Coaches are going to keep a record of attendance, all right, of each workout, and they're also going to be looking for individuals who might exhibit COVID-19 symptoms. Our workouts and practices are closed to spectators, all right, only participants and coaches. All right, families who need specific accommodations, please contact your coach. Excuse me. Cleaning and sanitation. All right, one big thing that our district is going to focus on is going to be clean in and clean out. When you enter facilities, we're going to ask you to wash your hands, sanitize. And when you leave, you're going to do the same thing. I think this is going to help take away those germs from frequently touched spaces. Your coaches are going to have disinfectant bottles, all right, throughout practices, before and after. They're going to be wiping off frequently touched places as well. One thing that's going to be different, too, is we can't share equipment anymore, all right, cell phones, food, all right, basketballs, baseball gloves, all right, you name it. We have to try to keep our own personal stuff to ourselves and take those home each day so you can sanitize them. If there is team shared equipment like baseballs, volleyballs, basketballs, and soccer balls, all right, batons, after the group is done, we're going to just disinfect those. Social physical distancing as much as possible. We're going to try to stay 6 feet, all right, before, during, and after scheduled workouts. The best thing that you can do to not get COVID-19 is to maintain the social distancing and minimize your interactions with as many people that you have. All right, so we're really going to look into that. With that being said, we're going to require coaches and staff members to wear masks indoors. All right, it's a lot prevalent indoors than it is outdoors. Student athletes, feel free to wear a mask if you want, but we're not going to require them, especially when you're playing. All right, there is some adverse effects to that. Our coaches will restructure our practices. All right, we're not going to just scrimmage the whole time. And most of our coaches do that anyway. It's going to be more based on skill building and conditioning. All right, our coaches are also break up our practices in more smaller groups. And these groups of people are going to be who each individual is going to practice with the whole time. If it's 4 or 5 people, that's the 4 or 5 people you're going to practice with all of July. Individuals are going to enter and exit through the same designated areas. All right, and we're going to stagger practice times. For example, volleyball, there's going to be 3 different practices: a JV2 practice, JV1 practice, a varsity practice. And we're going to have ample amount of time in between so these teams don't cross each other as they enter or exit the buildings. Bathrooms are going to be limited to one per person at a time. And, of course, water fountains are going to be closed as well. How our strength and conditioning program is going to work. I already told all the students that are signed up, all right, for how it kind of looks. But essentially, Coach Chase is going to have 3 training sessions. Each training session is going to be split into 3 groups of 14 or less. I believe it's actually probably 12 or less now. These 12 kids will rotate together, all right. And as they rotate, they'll be outside for speed, quickness, and agility. They could be in the fitness studio. We're going to set up deadlift bars for hang cleans and deadlifts. And then they could be by the racks doing bench and squat. We actually set up shower curtains in between the racks. All right, it actually looks kind of cool, all right, to be honest with you. But that's going to be a barrier to help maintain that nobody is getting infected. When you enter the fitness center, one new thing too is there's going to be sanitizing bottles and rags. Each person's going to grab one of those and carry with them throughout the time that they're in the fitness center. After you use equipment, you're just going to disinfect and move on to the next one. On to our contact days. All right, each sport has some design guidelines. All right, and you can go through here. I have them whatever sport that you have, and you can read through those. If you have any questions, please contact me or your coach. All right. With that being said, I'm excited to see you on July 6th. All right. It's been too long. But again, we need to do this right. This is a good trial run, and the we is bigger than the me, and I think we can do it. Go Tigers. Have a great July 4th week.